How's everybody doing tonight? We're gonna try a really brief live AMA here. You're not gonna see much because I'm driving. Not that it matters, because apparently only one person is watching this thing. So a brief AMA. Just chatting. Not going to lie, going through the drive-thru late at night for the wife and I. Hey, it's Frank Riker. Frankie's in the house. We're going to talk about whatever you guys want here. And I'm going to get terrible McDonald's for the wife and I here. Got a gift card, so I'm going to use it late at night. We didn't really have a chance for dinner earlier. Shh, trying to order right now, guys.
Hi there, what can I get for you?
Can I get 2 McDouble combos, please? One's with a Coke, the other one's with a root beer, both made fresh.
Okay.
That's everything.
Alright, so it'll be $13.
Thank you. All right, so apparently while you're doing these on mobile, they don't let the chat stay on the screen. That's unfortunate. What do we have here? What is this? See, there should be something that... Hang on. Let's see if we can... There we go. Now I can see the chat. 1 second, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Someone has an I Love Devon license plate in front of me. Devin hasn't...
Excuse me,
Yeah.
the 2 McDouble meals?
Yep.
Okay. $13.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. All right, so we are in a McDonald's drive-thru here, just outside Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and oh, look at that! Intel Wild's trying to pay for a McDonald's. It was just a gift card, man. So no pay was required there. What do we got here? I see the chat. A vehicle. A vehicle man chat. That's cute. Made fresh. Is that quick? Nah, Frank, it's not quick. But you know what I hate is if I'm going to eat terrible like McDonald's late at night when we don't want to cook as we're approaching 11 o'clock. I don't know about the rest of you guys. If I'm going to eat terrible fucking food, I'm going to want it made fresh. I don't want something that's been sitting there for the last hour and a half. So, and you typically know if it's been made fresh because it's really hot still in the package. Awesome show tonight, guys. I know Ray's new to the streams, but he's really enjoying you guys. I think you guys have enjoyed him too. That's a terribly poor choice of words. Ray is married. But yeah, this is just a little drive along. The wife's at home with the baby, and I figured I'd pull this up. Can I get a refund then? I don't think that's a thing, is it? And plus, I mean, your $5, we're going to see what? Maybe 3 of that, thanks to Google being greedy. What's everybody want to talk about here? Talk about anything? Halloween, Supernatural, Star Wars. This will only go about 10 minutes or so. Maybe it'll go longer. Ray is my Dave Mustaine lookalike. Oh, man. Yeah, Ray's something else, no doubt. No doubt, and he's definitely been enjoying this. Tackling a top 25 kills in Halloween is... I don't know if I... Did I pause that somehow? No, I didn't pause it. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not used to using mobile, guys. To be honest, I don't really like mobile because it doesn't have the graphics up or anything like that. Tell me and Frank juicy spoilers. Okay, so it turns out that Dr. Loomis is actually, in fact, Laurie Strode's real dad. That's the huge spoiler in Halloween Kills. And just so we're clear, I'm completely full of shit, and that is not accurate at all. Hello again. What's up, Saturn? What's everybody doing on this Thursday evening? Big and juicy between the two buns. I don't know. When you say big and juicy, all I think of is Kelly Meeker. Kelly Meeker from 1988, that is. I'm allowed to say that, right? I'm not saying anything bad. All right, we're already up to the window. This is going quick. Now, theoretically, they should ask me to pull ahead. If they don't, it's probably not fresh and they're lying. Let's see. As I stare at a bunch of masked people unknowingly.
Hi.
Thank you. Okay, can I transfer that, please? Yes, please. Should I give them a hard time? Thank you very much. All right. So, here we go. Let's take the short drive home. I need one of those little platform things. Just stick you up on my dash. I'm not going to be sitting here looking at my phone the entire time, that's for sure. I think someone just asked, did I buy Jade something? This is the way I do things, okay? A little insight into me personally. The way I was raised, and, I didn't have the greatest upbringing. My family was definitely not poor, but my family was also not well off. I got to play a little bit of baseball and a little bit of ball hockey. But the way I was raised, guys, I don't know about the rest of you, and you guys might not even give a shit. But the way I was raised was never eat, don't go get takeout in front of someone else and eat it in front of them without offering to get them some too. Because that's just fucking plain out rude. And I'm definitely not for that. Definitely not at all. Hey, Matt Whitfield. How's it going, Matty? I think we missed you tonight, dude. I didn't see you in the chat at all. We had an amazing fucking episode tonight. Ray was on fire. The chat was on fire. That might have been my favorite chat I've ever participated in. When I pull over, I will go back and look at the super chats or hit a red light anyways. I'm not going to look down right now. I drive for a living, so I know better than to get distracted here. Not to mention lots of police in this area too. So anyway, we missed you, Maddie. I loved the chat, loved the jokes. Some of them a little inappropriate for some people, not for my tastes. I thought it was a great chat. Had a great time. Matt, we went with McDonald's tonight, man. It's not Whopper night. If I'm going to get a Whopper, I'm not a big Burger King guy, but if I'm going to get a Whopper, it's going to be on Whopper Wednesday when it's dirt cheap. And we had a gift card, so we didn't actually spend anything to go pick up some cheap McDonald's. I think we had like 14 and change left on it, and it was $13. So look at that. I will look at some of the chat here in a second, guys. Of course, any other time driving, red light everywhere. This time driving, no red lights. Story of my life. Anyways, yeah, you bet your ass I'm bringing Jade something home. Absolutely. Again, we don't live far from this area. I don't live far from Ray either. Like, he's already been dropped off at home. We kind of live around everything. I don't know how I feel about giving my actual city I live in out. I guess Toronto Freddy's accidentally done it a bunch. So, yeah, what the hell. We live in Oshawa, Ontario. It's about half an hour outside of Toronto, Ontario. Those of you that watch Dave McRae, him and I live about 30, 40 minutes apart. So, yeah, you get to things really quickly here. Oshawa is the biggest, closest city to Toronto, if you don't count, or at least the greater Toronto area. I'm boring people with geography talk now. Don't worry. I also seen some super chats come in. I think I missed some of them, so I'll definitely get back to them. Appreciate. Let me just take a second here to explain the super chat thing. Ray and I were just talking about this. So, look, when people super chat, and look, I'm not going to hold back here, and Intel, I was actually going to message you about this tonight. Look, it's not my business how Intel can afford to super chat as much as he does to ourselves and Dave, and I'm sure there's others. But when you guys send in super chats, whether they're 99 cents, which they don't allow you to ask a question for 99 cents, or it's the $2, $5, $10, $20, $50. I don't know if it goes above 50. Does it go above 50? I think there might be $100 super chats. Is the $100 super chat a thing? Can anybody else answer that? I think $100 super chats might be a thing. I don't think it goes higher than that. I wouldn't know. I think the highest one we got several 50s one episode. But, see, I also back into my driveway. I'm one of those guys, because I'm a bus driver. If I'm going to pull into my driveway, which I have a long driveway, I'm going to do it properly. And I'm going to do it by backing up into the driveway and not pulling in, so that when I'm getting out of my driveway, I'm not fucking, backing out into the middle of traffic and, hitting someone. But in order to do this properly, I need to be able to see through my mirrors, which at the moment I cannot. We got a used SUV not too long ago. Nothing new, nothing fancy. We're not rich. And the windows tint on them. Let's just say I think somebody was having some fun with the tinted windows. So no doubt you probably hear the car running. My driveway's in between the house on one side and a house on the other side, so it's very narrow. Watch, this will be the time where I actually hit the wall or the other person's fence live on stream. Quick, delete the stream, get rid of the evidence. Anyways, the super chats that you guys send in and the people that subscribe to the Patreon, you guys make it possible for us to do these shows. Look, I am somebody who is of bad health right now. I hope soon that will change. But at the moment, that's just not the case. So, I'm going through that. I'm also working full-time. And I have an 8-month-old in the house. I have a very beautiful wife in the house. So there's not a lot of time to do this shit. And I don't do it for the money. For just, if we were getting no super chats in, I would still be doing this. We committed to doing a show on YouTube. We used to do podcasts for years, but we committed to doing a YouTube show. The money's a bonus, but to be on as frequently as we are, super chats help with that stuff, guys. Super chats help a ton with being able to do live streams and have scheduled shows and whatnot. And again, I don't want anybody to think of, oh, hey, he's asking for super chats again. It's, hang on, let's see if we can get another light on in here. You can actually maybe see me a bit. It's nothing like that at all. But when you guys support the channel on that level, it helps us out so much. And it's greatly appreciated. Had cancer. Let's not say has yet. So going for more testing. I mean, technically everybody has cancer. If we're getting into scientific stuff, it's either your body has the ability to fight it off or it doesn't. Cancer is something we all have. But anyways, there's people like John Campia and a bunch of other shows, and it's their right to do so. They will only answer your questions if you send in a super chat. So we encourage people to send in super chats because it allows us to upgrade our equipment. Once this horrible fucking pandemic is done, it will allow us to go to conventions where some of you guys are and meet some of you guys. We have a merch store that has literally been in the works for 2.5 months now. I can't tell you how hard it's been to properly plan out this merch store. I know Frank and a few others have been bugging about merch. Not bugging, but have asked about merch in the past. We got so many different levels of this. It's sort of grown and taken on a life of its own. So when someone sends in a super chat or someone subscribes to the Patreon, we try to give back to you guys as much as we possibly can and as much as I possibly can. But it's definitely not a mandatory in the least. I appreciate the support on the level that you guys do support us on. means the world, whether it's super chats or just participating in the chat. Like, I hate this mobile thing. I have to pull it up here, but like, I'm looking at the chat, and I've hardly been live, and it just goes up and up and up and up, and you guys are fucking awesome. You guys are great. Look, we're not the size of a Drum Dums. We're not even the size of a Dave. Dave McRae. We have 2,200 viewers. We're definitely not Wham, but we're growing, a growing little community, and we thank you guys for doing what you guys do. It's appreciated. We got so much more coming too. I just want to let everybody know that while I've already been back to work a few times, I really go back to work full time starting next week. So you'll have our 3 scheduled regular shows. Now and then we'll have to take a break. But for pre-produced content, you're going to see some more of that coming soon just to stay ahead of the game. And again, it's not necessarily about views and clicks, but in order to grow, you need more people subscribing and knowing when your content comes out. And believe me, YouTube does whatever they can to make sure that you can't notify people that are following your content when they go live all the time. That's a common complaint that I hear from a lot of channels. But again, I appreciate the financial support that you guys continue to pump into the channel, especially guys like Intel and Toronto Freddy and Frank Riker, who have supported the channel on a tremendous level, or the sponsors, a guy like Kenny Mack, Robert Sutton, you name it. Mike the Mask Maker's done a lot for us, Spooky Clemente. You guys are fucking awesome, and we would not be here if it wasn't for any of you. Wham kick ass in their streams. I see super chats they get. Damn, Ray and I were just talking about that. Like, at the end of the day, I think some people think that that we get a lot of the super chat money, and we don't. Between taxes and Google, we lose about 40%. I wish that wasn't the case, but we do. We lose about 40%. And we do what we can. So whenever, if it's $2 here, $5 there, doesn't have to be any stream. And I like to, I mean, Intel sends in generous super chats all the time, and that's great. But it goes a long way. But some of those guys have, 200, 300, 400, 500 patrons, plus all the super chats. It's just nuts. I'm thinking, wow. Plus they work jobs, so they're doing well for themselves. But I can honestly say all the money that we've gotten in, almost none of it has been used for personal gain. It goes back into the channel. We have a logo guy, Slade. And I mean, this is no offense to Slade. There are better logos out there with people that are far more talented and experienced than Slade. But we pay Slade. We pay Mike the Mask Maker when he does stuff. We helped upgrade some of Johnny's equipment, some of Tommy's equipment. Being my house is the place where it's all hosted from, I've had to upgrade all my equipment. And we have giveaways coming too. We have a mask giveaway for Patreon that actually got done. We need to announce the winner of that. But we're going to have some normal giveaways on the channel. Not for patrons, not for money, nothing like that. Just to help build the community, to try to give back. Until while I'm well off, not rich, single, and no kids. That's how I can support you guys. None of my business, man. Regardless if you had 10 kids or 12 kids or 57 kids. None of my business, but I appreciate the support. I really do. Let's take a look at some of these chats, and then I got to go inside. Jade's probably like, why the hell is he sitting in the car? Or Jade's watching, one of the two, in which case I might be in some trouble. Kelly Meeker got some Whoppers. Yes, she did. Drive safe always. Burger King has better burgers, and McDonald's has better fries. McDonald's fries are salty. Intel Wild, do you guys have Tommy's in Canada? Never heard of it. No idea. Matt Whitfield says, I had Chipotle. Jade just looked at me. I just got the look. Get the hell inside. What else do we hear? Ever been big-timed on here when reaching out to guests? Yeah. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus because, look, if we had... I feel like we've done a really good job of reaching out to people that might be a little lesser known. Hang on, I'm going to start my car, make sure the battery doesn't die. Lesser known, Same level as us, guys like Braden Timmons, guys like Nick Push. We've reached out to guys like Lee McCoy. They've reached back. Dave McRae's been helpful, although I interviewed Dave long before we ever even had a YouTube channel. Apologies, guys. You get no lights here now. It's just me talking. Interviewed Dave long before we ever had a YouTube channel, and Dave's been great. I'm not going to mention who, but we reached out to a channel that's really, really big, and they were generous enough to, to talk back, but they, in a very nice way, basically said, thanks, but no thanks, you're too small. And it's like, okay. And went about my business. I'm not that type of guy. If we ever reach 20,000 subscribers or 10,000 subscribers, and there's someone building a channel that has, 300 subscribers, absolutely help that person out. Pass it along, pay it along. That's just the type of person I am. As long as we can hear you, Sean. Yeah, whatever works here. Actually, you know what? I'll bring you guys right inside the house here for a second. I think the woman is desperately waiting for her food. We've definitely been big times. Sucks, but it happens. It's the way it is. And I guess people have earned that right to... you can choose to have whoever you want on your respective show. But if... that's just not the way I operate. Never keep a lady waiting. Yeah, trust me, she already gave me a dirty look. So, anyway, yeah, it's just not the way I am. Definitely been big timed. We try to pay it along and do what we can. Let's see here. Let's look in the chat. What else do we got? Go get the food while it's inside. Michael is in the chat. Yes, he is. Definitely want a Fandom Empire hat. The only Fandom Empire hat I have right now is the one you've seen me wear a couple of times. And I had to get that custom made at, I don't know if you guys have Lids in the States, but I got it custom made at Lids. And anyways, I had it custom made at Lids. And it'd be far too much. Like, I paid a lot of money. There are cheaper versions of hats that we can do online, and shirts too. But to get the hat that I have now, after getting it made at Lids and then paying for the shipping, plus, making a couple of bucks off of it, you'd basically be looking at $100. And we can't charge $100 for a hat. That's asinine. Oh, Jade unlocked the door. Look at that. She's more generous than me. See, Jade probably thinks that I'm currently... Can you pause that for a second? Don't want copyright hit. Thinks that I'm probably talking to Tommy B or somebody else. Well, I'm actually live streaming. We did a live mobile AMA while I was sitting in a McDonald's drive-thru. We got the same thing here.
Okay, can you get Tucker away from
Yeah. Come on, Tuck. Let's go. Come on, dog. Anyways, people, that is going to do it for this live AMA. What you get. We got a couple of McDouble combos. That's it. Wasn't expecting super chats during this AMA, but appreciate the support, guys. And we'll see you next time. I'm going to get off of here before Jade decides to kill me. So, no, I'm hungry. I want to eat too. So, and are you kidding me? Don't pretend that I can stay on. It's fine. I already told the audience that you opened the door and gave me a look.
I didn't give you a look.
You gave me a look.
I'm going to give you a look now.
All right, guys. Night. Peace.